The other thing about life insurance, you can actually create lifetime tax-free income. I don't know if that got anybody's attention, but it should.
Achieving financial success takes dedication, discipline, and most importantly, a plan. For over 30 years, Don Reynolds has helped savers define their needs, formulate their plans, and achieve their goals. From accumulation to preservation and protection, and through the income distribution phase in retirement, implementing the right strategies makes all the difference. Your retirement is our business. Welcome to Strategic Asset Preservation.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Reynolds Wrap. I'm Don Reynolds.
Corey Stilp over here.
You all probably know who we are by now, but if not,
good to see everyone again.
Nice to see everybody. Hope you're enjoying the shows. So today we thought we'd talk about legacy planning. And there's a lot that can go into this, but we're going to try to keep it as simple as we possibly can here. Obviously, as we go through life, we accumulate assets, and then those assets are going somewhere when we pass on. The key is make sure you have your affairs in order. I'm sure many have heard the horror stories. For Prince is a great example, who's local, did not have a will. What a nightmare. And especially those kind of assets, it really becomes cumbersome. So, there's different types of insurance. We got long-term care, medical, life, auto, home, liability, retirement income, disability, okay? Life insurance. And they all have a need, let's be honest, they do. We want to talk about life insurance a little bit because we haven't really talked much about that in the past. When we're early in life, starting out, building our careers and buying our first home, and a married couple or an individual, it's imperative. Now, maybe the individual, not so imperative, but a married couple, you really need to have some form of insurance. Everybody says buy term, invest the rest. I personally am not a huge fan of that because statistics out there say less than 1% of term policy ever get paid out. So you're spending money, but I realize it's much more cost effective. So again, you've got to find what works for your situation. But we've talked about long-term care. Well, there's hybrid life policies actually that will cover long-term care as well. So there's a lot of different roles life insurance can play in a person's financial plan. The other thing about life insurance, you can actually create lifetime tax-free income. I don't know if that got anybody's attention, but it should.
Absolutely.
And we do this for a lot of our clients, especially for wealthy clients. This is a big piece. People always say, how do the wealthy not pay taxes? Here's your answer, folks. They're funding life insurance, and then they're turning around and taking out loans against it, which never really got to be paid back as long as it's funded properly. Got to use the right product, make sure it's set properly. But it gives you tax-free income. How does that affect you? Well, as we know, taxable income affects Social Security taxation. Tax-free doesn't. So Roth IRAs, we talked about this. So we think it's imperative that people actually take a look at it, okay? Not saying it's what you should do. We're just saying, kind of open up your mind and be willing to look into it.
Yeah. I think this goes back quite a bit too to the three bucket philosophy that I think we've hinted at on different shows in the past. But this is really about bucket three. So again, in quick brevity, bucket one is your current income needs, what you need monthly for your budget, your hard costs, your desires, your hopes, your travels, and things like that in retirement. Bucket two would be things that you might need for future income. So again, it's not taxable, but when you do pull out a bucket two, bring it across the line and spend it within any given year, of course, it's going to be taxable when you spend it, but not paying tax on it each and every year. And then going all the way out to bucket three, that would be for things for legacy planning. And one of the things that we look at here is strategic asset preservation around legacy planning is if there are dollars or if there are things that you want to make sure you leave as a legacy, either for kids, grandchildren, different charities or nonprofit groups, let's make sure that we're not paying tax on those items year to year. Let's make sure that we're trying to pass those from one generation to the next or from us to a nonprofit in the best tax formation possible and enhance that for that legacy planning. So again, there's multiple different ways, whether it be an asset that we want to make sure that we earmark for that, or whether it be through life insurance, which again is often said to be pennies on the dollar for a way to pass a legacy on to our desires. The key again is making sure that we take and align our three buckets, make sure we align our assets and align them with the right products, the right investments to accomplish what we want to for our legacy planning. That's really the key here, folks. And again, life insurance is a huge aspect to look at as one of those investment vehicles, as Don explained.
Yep, there's no question about it. And just to share a little something with you, there's more than what, almost 25 million millionaires in 401ks. So, that sounds great, but then you got to realize cause and effect that we talk about.
Yeah.
Going to make 85% of the Social Security probably taxable because of the required minimum distributions. So we see for wealthy people, rather than saving in a 401k, now I'll say this, if you got a match, you got to take free money.
Yeah.
It's free money, folks. So if you're not doing that, you should be. But, our model is kind of, okay, I take the free money, but I can still afford to put more money away. Then let's put it in a tax favored place. If you can qualify for Roth IRA, then you should do that. If you can't because of the income limits and such, or maybe you can, but now you can only do a Roth IRA. You don't have a Roth 401k option. Then again, you're limited to how much money you can put away. So you have more dollars that you want to save. Then life insurance could be a really great place for it. Because again, you're meeting a lot of different objectives. If you're raising children and going to go to college, well, you can use the 529s. Yes, you can. But you can also take loans on life insurance to pay for college. Yeah. Because you don't know if your children are going to go to college. Now, I do know rules have changed. You can take the 529, put it to a Roth. So again, I'm not saying that, there's a right or wrong answer. We just want you to be aware of the different perspectives on this and the different value that life insurance provides for people. So again, if legacy is important, then we think that's a very good fit because you can use it while you're alive, and it still achieves your ultimate goal is to be able to pass on legacy. So again, we're here to answer questions on this, but we just thought we'd share a little bit about life insurance because we think it's very important today.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a great tool to help with that legacy planning. And the key, again, as Don mentioned at the very beginning of the show, make sure first and foremost you get your affairs in orders, whether it be looking through an estate planning attorney, family law attorney, make sure you got your, while you're alive, healthcare directives, power of attorneys, things like that set. And then again, after you're not here anymore, afterwards, what is it and how do you want to have things carried out? Make sure you've got things in affairs there, because you can do all the planning in the world, and if you don't have certain things taken care of, as Don mentioned, in a hometown hero here, Prince situation, it can be quite exhaustive and not carry out the wishes of what you wanted while you were alive and the assets that you did, put together in the life insurance planning. So, and
very expensive too.
Yeah.
Again, we just want to do the right thing for everybody. And so our job is to educate and make sure you're aware of all these facts. So with that, we want to thank you. And again, if you have questions, you want to take advantage of the discovery meeting, give us a call at 651-773-3859. We'd be happy to answer any questions. With that, thank you all for your time, and hope you're enjoying the show.
Have a great day, folks. Thanks.
Bye now.
Listen to more with Don Reynolds and Corey Stilp on the Strategic Asset Preservation Podcast by visiting 800preserve.com.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature, not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services. Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.